And is it so when we talk about this debt collection, what is this sort of firstly you said everyone outsources it. So do you mean banks, fintechs, NBFCs, whoever is writing loans, they all outsource debt, or are there others also like even a business whose outstanding invoices are there, they also outsource? Like what is the breadth of this? Who all outsources
So
the
like not entire operations are outsourced like from end to end. So they'll do some part of it in house. Let's say first 30 days of debt collection they'll do in house. After that they'll outsource. Some companies run parallel operations. They'll do some level of outsourcing for very risky cases, and for like low risky cases they'll have in house. So
Hmm. And how do you determine the risk in this case? And so, for example, you mentioned 30 days, right? Like, what is special about those 30 days? Like, why do they keep it in house? And are there regulations around some of this? Like, if you could sort of, why do they operate this way? If you could give a brief on that.
I'll paint a picture of what a traditional collections head's day looks like. So picture
yeah,
yourself, you're a collections head at a fintech. You are supposed you like your fintech gave out loans to folks, they didn't pay back. So now you have at your disposal a in-house call center as well as some external collection agencies, and you are supposed to recover the money back. So the initial days, which is like the first 30 days, there's even a term in collections called DPD 30, or they call it sometimes bucket zero. There are multiple terms for this. These
Full
are
form of DPD is
days past due.
days
So
past due.
if your EMI defaulted on say today's 8th June, then days past due for 8th June would be DPD 0, 9th June would be DPD 1. So DPD
Hmm.
30 would be 30 days past due of your EMI. So because it is relatively easier to collect from people who have just defaulted, so they have an in-house team and they use systems like IVR, or they will use push notifications on SMS as reminders, something even on WhatsApp, and they have their call center team who is calling people. And depending on how technologically advanced the fintech is, they have some method to calling, like which is a risky customer we should call first, or which time to call a customer. And you are a collection side, you are operating this team, and 30 days pass. Now you realize that I can't recover some debt, and again, like because defaults happen every month, so new month's defaults will also come in, and you're like, this is too hard to resolve. So what you'll go and they say is that I'll find external collection agencies who literally what they do is they have a team of their own call center agents. They will take your cases, and it is their job to now call people who have defaulted or text them and recover that money for you by charging a commission. So right now, this is how it works. If you're a small fintech, you're typically working with 10 to 12 collection agencies. If you're a larger bank, you can go all the way up to like HDFC and all.
100,
They
100
go
plus.
easily like 700 also. But
Yeah.
their reason for even 700 is because now in some collections, you need to be on ground to go visit the person to understand what is happening and collect the money back. And where we initially saw this problem arise, see now you're like picture yourself as a collections head. You are dealing with your call center team, you are dealing with call center team of like other people's collection agencies, and you have a lot less oversight into what is going on in these calls because they're across languages. You want to check for compliance. That is a regulation that RBI puts in place, where the agent cannot be too rude, too threatening, too abusive. They can only call between a certain time, like 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So all of these things are the things that you need to abide by, and escalations are expensive. So the earlier product literally was what there used to be a QA team who used to listen to say 2,000 of these calls, and that QA team used to be like 2 lakh rupees of monthly burn for them. We came in and said that, see, we have AI, we know what compliance characteristics you care about. We'll transcribe and run an LLM across all these calls, and for like 2,000 calls versus 2 lakh rupees, we'll do 20,000 calls for some 25,000 rupees. So it was a massive cost saver for them, and they were able to get more oversight into all of these calls that were going out on their behalf. So this was the picture of the first product we built. I think we were 7 months into the business by then, like seven
When
months
was
since
this?
starting. This is last September.
Yeah.
Last September is when we got our first customer through a cold email. So we used to write cold emails to everyone.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
particular one was, and we used to have like these catchy one like hooks into it. Now the founder liked it, and we got intro call, and our first product was a Google Colab notebook. So
Hmm.
literally, it used to use a transcription model from DeepGram, transcribe all these calls. Then there was an LLM which ran over it and checked for specific things in place, and the output was Excel sheets. So this is
Interesting.
literally what September, October looked like for
Till
us.
January.